Hi. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in for the 11 a.m. news. I am your spokesperson and anchor, Sammy Enigma. Today on the news, we have complete and utter bullshit. Let me stop. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the hellos. Oh, yeah, right. Hello, hello. Azure, hello, hello. Milky, it's been a while. Hello, hello. Vivid, hello, hello. Oh, you're sick? Oh, I hope you feel better. We have Lily, hello, hello. Nomad, hello, hello. Like, all dudes, yeah. And Ataku, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. It is Friday. Uni is ass, no, yeah. You know, I will never miss school. I will never miss high school or college because no. I hope it gets better, but I know it's hard. Hi, Robin. Hello, hello. It is Friday. Oh man, I could look like a weird anchor if I wanted to, I guess. So what's the agenda today? I'm probably gonna do some more character doodles, probably. Or I might go back to working on the map. I don't know yet. Hey there, Tenlo Soul. Hello. Sorry, but derelict my attendance. No, you're fine, you're fine. Yeah, school does suck. I hate it. I don't like it. What's fun keeps me... Let's see, what's fun keeps me going is joining the fencing club. Ooh, fancy. You can just call me 10. Hi, 10. Yeah, if you want a nickname, you have to tell me or else I'll give you the worst possible one. Like, I don't know. Cheese curd. Anyway. Just woke up a little bit ago. But yeah, yeah, it's easy, yeah. To be fair, like, a lot of people will call me weird names half the time because my name is just unusual enough to be annoying, you know? I will get Semi. Semi is like the most common, damn it, Cass! Also, hello. No, I'm not truck. A lot of people will call me Semi because the whole semi-truck thing, but it's Semi. Like, it's like a lot of people don't like, no one says Demi. That's the thing. No one says Demi. It's always Demi, you know, or hemisphere. No one says hemisphere, you know. Cute. Ew. My name has gotten weird looks. I will say multiple occasions I wanted to change it. I don't know, Milky, it's a nice name. Like, I mean, a lot of people are weird about the milk part, but I don't know. I always assumed you were like a little tin can or... No, wait, you're a little cup of salt. That's what you are. I thought well, no, Hemi is my male version, but like, when it comes to pronunciation, Semi is the only one that gets the weird pronunciation, but no one says Demi or Hemi. Like, when you see the you know, the truck, it's never a Hemi, it's a Hemi. So why is Semi pronounced weird? You know? Also, I have a project report assessment that you asked for. Also, I need you to sign this form in triplicate. What does triplicate even mean? I think that just means signing 3 times. You sign up with the mandatory overtime you asked for these employees. Okay, sure. Salty Jam, is that gonna be my new name? You could be Salty Jam. You're a little salt. We get overtime? Yes. We need more Hemi in the mix. I gotta draw Hemi. Like, I am tempted to make a Hemi model and keep the same voice just to see how much it fucks with people, you know. Hey, sir, hello, hello. But it would be super funny to see, like, especially with my current style, what Hemi would look like. Though, knowing me, I would also want to get a super obvious voice changer. Like, you can tell as my voice changed. That would be so funny. Just have this big boobed man. Just basically being creepy and calling everybody baby girl. Yeah, I gotta draw him again. It'd be super funny. Like, I've gotten like a lot better at drawing. I've gotten a lot better at drawing and rigging my models. So I don't know when it's February. If I could, I might see if I can get that done by April. Especially since a lot of stuff I could just copy and paste over to him. I would have to redo the eyes though, because we have different shaped eyes, and he doesn't wear makeup. Or does he? No, he doesn't. I mean, he could. He could. The only things I feel... Well, no, you're not going to see his abs anyway, so it's fine. What am I worried about? You're only going to see this man from the boobs up, so it's fine. But yeah, just give myself one of those voice changes and just be like super obvious and just be like calling everyone baby girl or whatever. And everyone be like, no, stop. On Sunday, I'm going ice fishing. That sounds horrible. But I hope you catch lots of ice cubes. Got a bunch of lore just created. I don't even know. I don't even use. That's how it'd be like that, you know. I love creating lore. Like it's just so fun. It's so fun. But yeah, I'll see. I'm not gonna make any promises, okay? But I will see if I can make Hemi by April. Okay. Well, he'll have them. It's just I'm not going to show them. You know, we got to be decent on Twitch. We got to be decent. I can't go around exposing this man. Or else I want to punch him in the nuts. Always stuff. But yeah, I can, especially since a lot of stuff will be the same. I think the biggest difference, other than, well, the body type, is the hair. Because Hemi has short hair. Because if I were a man, I would have short hair because I'd be lazy. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I could handle like giving Hemi a shirtless toggle. I'm a hypocrite. It's like one of those quilfs. But yeah, Hemi has short hair because I'm like, nah, like I like having short hair, like long hair as a woman, but like as a man, I would be I would be a lazy bitch. All my money would go into suits. Demi exists, but she's not even used at all. Like we have like the kid you gave me that one time, not to mention all those old versions of myself. Yeah. Like thinking of opposite gender versions of things is really funny. Like the opposite gender of Daniel would be Danielle. Also, hey there. Oh, who's this? Get back here. I'm trying to get your name. Bewitchment. Hello, Bewitchment. Thank you very much for the raid. Hello there, raiders. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Eldritch Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining us today. We just started stream and I am still trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing today. What were you doing? How are you? Are you having a good Friday? Oh, I hate how nice my voice sounds. Ew. That's a whole lot of loving. Twitch is so weird. Stop it. I'm playing she. Writing stuff down for Hemi fan art. Yeah, Hemi's a glorious man. Shout out to all the Eves with the dead name Adam. Oh god. I can't. How do I get out of my... I don't know. Also, hey there, Possum XD. Thank you for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. I was doing some very distracting comm work. I have a commission, but I'm gonna finish it tomorrow because I'm lazy. Just dying on the toilet. Don't do that. Hemi is a guy, not specifically good or bad, just a guy. Hemi is great. He's like Hemi is one of those guys. He looks super sexy, and then the minute he opens his mouth, you're like, please get back in the car. Like, you don't want, because Hemi's like the big dad, or he's like the dad or brother that looks cool but will embarrass you in a second. He's just like, no, none of my children and or siblings can get married until they at least have 2 divorces. He's also dumber than me. Because like I actually wrote a fanfic about it. Like if me and Hemi ever met, because I wouldn't seek him out, but he would seek me out. Yeah, he's one of those. And like, I'm like, how would we meet? Literally, Hemi would just burst in my office just being like, he just wanted to know if the female version of him had big tits or not. Gotta lurk so I can actually lock in. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Bewitchment. Thank you very much. I hope you finish your commission well with no carpal tunnel. But thank you very much. Yeah, he loves dad jokes. You're already gamer. Yes, he's like Hemi is a himbo. Beware like Raven, if you ever see her, has laid claimed to him after he gave her a Pocky factory. Hemi, not a common name you create in multiverse. But yeah, Hemi is Hemi literally just kicked my door, and like I would have no idea this guy existed. And he's just like, ah, so Lady Me would have big tits. And I'm like, well, look at you, dude. Of course I would. Oh man, like I'm not gonna lie, I one of like the stupid ideas I came up with, because I would be this person. Like I'm just like, but what would Demi be like? And I'm like, Demi would be the neurotic weird child of Hemi and Semi, and he would just be like, why did this happen? And I'd be like, I don't know, he's hot, I guess. And he's like, I don't know, she's hot, I guess. Like I'm just like this very neurotic, like feminine man, like being like, how am I like the child of these two exactly? Why did this happen? Hey, dear, hello at all. Because I'm like, nope, that's exactly how that came to be. Raven should have squared up with a beautiful dragon man is mine. No, don't fight over Hemi. He's not worth it. Send me, that sounds so right. So many levels, but I'm here. Look, it's literally me and me from another dimension. Why can't we have a weird accidental child? It's funny. Yeah, I'm talking about OC children again. Like, I think it would be funny. Especially just imagine this poor neurotic young man just being like, why are my parents are literally the same person. Like, he's like, my parents are the same person. I don't know how I got here. Someone help. I need assistance. So, like, there's multiple, like, I mean, I like the idea of different versions of these, so yeah. Maybe he's the dad of Jamie, even though she already has parents. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that would be self-love, so it's not weird. It's fine. Look, people who do like self-cessed are cowards. They're always like, oh, well, you know, and because everyone's like, well, if it's me and it's also me, then they're siblings. I'm like, bitch, no. Why y'all always try to make things weird? It's literally just like me and me again, and you know, it's fine. But anyway, I get what I want. No one can stop me. But yeah, there's different versions of Semi too. Like, you know, I'm just too lazy to draw it, but I know there's my favorite alternative version is Semi Cybernetic, who's basically a cyborg. Hello there, Cobalt Tiger numbers. Welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mount Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Anyway, it's fine because memes of Semi, oh god. Yeah, sorry, I'm too tired. Good. Oh, you go. Really? Exactly. I think Rick and Morty made an episode like this clone, but not clone Beth. Into the Semiverse, yeah. But I do want to actually draw Semi Cybernetic at one point because she looks cool. It's just like instead of like she's still an eldritch creature, but she's like a technological one. It's good to be tired of kids, Jeff. You was fine. But yeah, I was working on like I was like kind of rolling around about my web novel, and I'm like, you know what, I keep forgetting that there's a genre of light novels called slow life isekai. I forgot that exists. I love slow life though. Like my favorite one is Ascendance of a Bookworm. It's a slow life isekai where it is an isekai, it's just very slow. Because I don't like plots, man. I mean, not that I don't like plot. I do like plot, but I like character-driven plots, and those, in my opinion, can take a while. You know, it could take a while, and I like those. You know, so is Techno Semi would be Galactus? Maybe, I don't know. She's a race car driver. Not a race car driver. She has a motorcycle that is also simultaneously, like, she has a motorcycle that turns into a hammer. This is based on a dream, by the way. So that's why she seems a little bit more concrete. This is literally based on a dream I had, where basically instead of me being like this, I am a cyborg with really cool cyborg horns. And And what I would do is in the just imagine, I don't know, Cyberpunk 78 or whatever, and like it's a cyberpunk like setting. I'm just too lazy to draw all that. That's a lot of neon lights. And what would happen is I was like the 10-time champion, because what I would do is when I reached the finish line first, I would stop, turn my motorcycle into a giant hammer, and just destroy every other person's motorcycle. I would destroy everyone else's ride because it only counted if you crossed over on a vehicle. So I would destroy the fuck out of everything. Oh, that would be so funny. You have me exiled, but no, I am not disappointed because motorcycle. Sammy, you have strange dreams. How do I get them? I don't know. Eat more cheese. Techno Satan could be March enemy. Oh, maybe that's why Techno Satan hates me so much. He actually hates semi-cybernetic and just went to the wrong dimension. Maybe she destroyed his tricycle. If Techno Semi is there, then could it possibly fought Techno Satan in the verse, beat him, and cause curses of audios? Yeah, Techno Satan is just super salty, so he's like, fine, I'm gonna just make everything annoying everywhere else. Screw you. Hello, welcome in. Shemmy, that's like, don't mean destroy their rides. I mean, like, steal them. No, I want to destroy them. It's fun. Oh god, are we giving, is that where Techno Satan came from? Is that why he hates me, because I destroyed his bike? I wouldn't be surprised. I'll fuck with your audio. How about that? Techno Satan, probably. I gotta draw Techno Satan again. He looks so wonky, but I love him. Oh god, we're giving Techno Satan lore. How did we get here? Why? We gave him a physical form and now he has can we call him Joe Doe? No. His name is Techno Satan. That's his legal government name. His legal government name is Techno Satan. Can't believe we gave him lore. So apparently he just hates semi-cybernetic. Okay, that makes sense. Or if you want to be super hilarious, semi-automatic. I'm gonna drink my tea. You made him hot? That sounds like a you problem. Anyway. Look at all of them. Anyway, nah, I prefer some manuals. I can't. Techno Semi knows that everyone is unique. That's why she destroys everyone's motorcycles, because they will not stop copying her. I can't. Semi-cycle. The pun potential for my name is very hilarious. Oh, my nose is stopped up. I hate it. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, but yeah, like what do you like breaking things, semi-rival corporations, universes, big balls, and not most? I don't know, it's fun. Techno Satan lore got defeated by semi-automatic. At the point he said, fuck you, because he's like, it caused a curse that rippled through the multiverse that every semi will have fucked up audio every once in a while. Yeah, that sounds about right. That tracks. It's a very good pun. It is. Yeah, your content got me wrong. Semi-final worked out. Not gonna lie, I respect the guy. He's a professional hater. Yeah, he is. I actually found somebody to do a really cool voice clip for him, but I've been too busy to animate the idea I had for it. Sorry, random guy I got the voice clips from. I promise I will make the thing one day. So, would you consider a cup of semi-full or semi-empty? Get me out of here. Robo semi is awesome. Yeah. Like, I have a very, like, and also the difference between me and semi-cybernetic is while my signature colors are purple and black, hers are blue and black. It's like that cobalt blue, almost metallic blue and black. So those are that's actually her signature colors. The dedication of Techno Satan to fuck every semi. Yeah, so we, like, every semi has something slightly different about them. My nostrils. There's also a semi that is from one of the worlds that is basically just made of yokai. She's over there too, except her colors are black and pink. So yeah, you gotta have some differences, you know. So yeah, instead of like, I don't know, blue, like purple makeup, she has blue. I like semi-cybernetic though. She has a cool outfit. She looks super cool. I'm just so lazy when it comes to making her. Like, but I might make her at some point. Oh, where is? Oh, there it is. I was looking for that. It's like, fool, this is even my final. Oh, okay. There you go. I think I might just go back to the map today, just because I kind of don't want to think that much. Go run a vengeful spirit and go meet her. And then there's also the one that's actually just a straight up, like, in a fantasy setting. There's that one too. But her colors are just black. She doesn't have the purple in there. Hers is just black. There we go. There. I had to put on some lotion because my skin was turning into a crocodile. Yeah. Anyway. Does that mean semi-truck? No, semi-truck is not real. No, no. Semi-truck is not. I refuse to let that be canon. Semi-truck is not a thing. Also, thank you for the care combo. I stretch my. I don't know my posture doing, and I drink water. Ride the wraith. Ah. Okay, unrelated. Today I went to a coffee shop and finished a task I procrastinated the F out of in the span of 4 hours afterwards. Was so tired I fell asleep before the stream. Ah, damn. Truck driver semi is real. Ah! Oh god. Semi truck noises. No! Damn it. I knew I couldn't escape. Look, it's cool being a transformer. Join us to become a transformer. Oh god, hold up. I'm gonna change my name. Thanks, Nomad. Oh god. Semi-convertible. No, I'm not. I want to be a car. You've been struck by truck. I can't. I mean, why not semi? Because I don't want it. I don't want to be a truck. Like, cause, like, guys, chat. If I become a truck, I will basically put truck to shame. Cause you won't be safe from me. I won't stay on the street. I'll be busting through buildings and whatever, just isekai and everybody. You think you're minding your own business at a coffee shop? Guess what? Bam! Semi-truck just comes on through and runs you over. She's unstoppable. Wait, this former is trans. What's next? This uncle is Onicle is Bionicle. I'm like, the fuck. I was so confused for a second. Reading is hard. Yeah, it's being described. Semi will become truck. Oh my god. And that's a bad thing? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Just a fucking truck. Oh my god. Like, you ever see that one, what is it? Yeah, I hate when I can't remember something. It's, Mystery Skulls. In Mystery Skulls, there's one of the music videos where they literally turn they actually turn a literal semi-truck into, like, this black and, like, light purplish magenta. That would be me as a truck. If I was just straight up a truck. Like something that would be free me from the company. So no isekai for you. What about a Predacon? No, that sounds awful. That's a terrible name for that. Almost had a stroke. Yeah, I had a minute. I'm just like, ah. Yeah, Hellbent, I think. Yeah. Let's see, anime. I think yeah, that bit. Oh, I love Freaking Out though. I love that song. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the map. We're gonna go back to the map today. We're going back to the mega slums in Shacktown. I gotta do the noble quarter anyway. There you go. So I don't need to be worried. No. If anyone's getting isekai, it's gonna be, I don't know, the Buko, I guess. Oh man. Sometimes I forget Buko's down there. How you doing, little guy? You doing good? You being nice and static? Because you can't move because I'm too lazy to animate you. Oh man. Greetings! Is I? Hi Tax Lord, how you doing? You having fun during the tax season? You got anybody for tax evasion? Yeah, Buko is Buko. Yep. I have like so many mascots. I have so many mascots. I shouldn't have this many. We got Buko, we got Dribbles, we got, yeah, Buko's Coconut. We also got like King Dribble. Yes, I've got quite the list. Haha. I got my taxes done early because I hate doing taxes. Doing taxes in my position is annoying because I'm glad I do have a real job, but good God, taxes are annoying for me. Because I don't really do as many art commissions anymore, but when I did a lot of art commissions, that just destroyed my taxes. Like, I made just enough money to be annoying to myself. Used to get a tax return, not when you're an entrepreneur, you don't. That's one of the other reasons I kind of don't really want to do too many commissions, is because it just destroyed my taxes. Because they're like, we see you made just enough money to be annoying, give us more. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I have never owed the IRS taxes until last year. I hated that. I never want to do that again. Not to mention, super complicated. And then want to know a fun fact, I got called for jury duty recently and had to push back because you were in a university. Oh, I see. I need to head off to do some artwork. Okay, no problem. Have fun with your art. I hope you get done well. Hi, Sir Dan. Hello. My sincerest apologies on being a nuisance to your grace. Yeah, you're fine. Still can't believe the IRS would hunt you down if just to pay 0.5. The IRS is petty. They will leave millionaires alone, but if you owe them like 2 cents, they will come after your ass. Yes, good morning. Good morning, Sir Dan. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Am I gonna sneeze? I don't know. I might. I hate it. I hate that feeling when you feel like you're gonna sneeze, but you don't. I hate that. God, I hate it. Oh, wait. Okay. I sneezed. I think. There's a basement. Don't worry about it. Anyway. About to eat lunch. We'll be working on my basement project. Cool. I remind you, the joke from Batman does not mess with the IRS. Yeah, Joker doesn't do it either. Hey there, TD. Hello. Welcome in. How are you? Don't worry about it. There are no basements. There are no closets. There are no other doors to any other place. And if you see the door, just leave it alone. Great content sneeze. I can't. Oh, God. Oh, I hate it. I hate sneezing. Wait, that button does work. Hi, Panda. Hello. Well, sorry, not Panda. Pandora. Hello. How you doing? Hey, Rinrin. Hello. Welcome in. But yeah, we'll be working on the map of Valis today. But yeah, I was like literally writing, since I decided that I'm not gonna have, because, okay, so originally in my story, I was gonna have like some stuff like bandits or whatever, but like it just did not mesh well, you know? How you doing? I'm doing good. Like, mainly because I didn't have any emotional reason for the banditry, you know? And so when I was writing it, it felt like I was just doing a checklist and I didn't like second time being like, it looks like Panda when you're not paying attention. That's what it looks like. Like the O and the R just vaporize, and so you just get Panda draws. And I'm like, I see you draw pandas. It's there to show off the character skills. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that in a story. You know? Oh, I'm being followed by the IRS. But no, thank you very much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Thanks, Tax Lord. But like, but no, I like, and there's nothing wrong if that is the goal. Like, if you're gonna continue to do that. But like, the issue I kept running into, just like with that village situation, is if I don't really go back to it again, it was a waste of time. And people will know it's a waste of time because I know it's a waste of time, you know? It's okay, pandas are cute. Pandas are very cute. Funny enough, the IRS is the IRS was the one trying to contain me. Oh no. So I just imagine, like, you know, I don't know where the IRS is located, but they're kind of like, oh no, the tax lord, he's breaching containment. No, like, launch the X protocols. We've already launched them, sir. It's no use. The tax lord is escaping. Ah! They just, I don't know, they just get crushed by paperwork or something. I don't know. I just imagine, like, you know, I would not recommend watching, shit, I forgot what it was called. Why am I, oh my god, I'm old. I can't remember anything. I am the good tax man. The tax avenger. He goes after tax evaders and he helps people who were wronged by the IRS get revenge. I would read that. But no, but like, if you just kind of have scenes just to kind of show off the skills of your character, it's okay. But like, it didn't work for me. And again, I've been working on this story for like over 20 years. And like, and I've often just kind of put that there, but I always noticed that after a while, I literally just never refer to it again. And that's annoying to me. You know, like if I read that, I would be annoyed. You know? Nightbot, I'm not doing anything yet. Like, that would annoy me. Like, I was like watching this one video that was talking about criticism for Overlord, which the criticism was valid. Now, again, I love Overlord, but I refuse to watch or read it. Did I save? I saved 2 cents. I refuse to watch or read Overlord. I just refuse. I refuse. I don't care. People can fight me. I'm not even saying it's bad, but the criticism that I lied. I did watch and read some of it. I was like, hey there, oh god. Dylan Jick. Hello. Thank you for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge to the front desk. I was thinking about how to use USPS has its own officers to enforce postal laws or to protect. Yeah, I mean, they should, but not always. I mean, you could make Demir save us into a thing. That is just Leo. Oh my god. Like, while I was writing this latest version, like, Leo was kind of intense. And I like that about him. Like, okay, I'm about to switch over so we can start the map because I gotta finish it. I'm not finding anyone for a TV show. I'm building my own office in a realm. Ooh, nice. 1 second, I gotta find my glove. There it is. Okay. We're gonna switch over so I can go back to working on the giant eyeball city map because I gotta finish that because I need it. And I will share with you, my chat, great world building advice. If you have questions about world building, writing a shitty story, I can help you. All right, let's see if this is going to cause my model to freeze or not, because it's literally a crapshoot at this point. All right, let's get this party started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's see. 1 second. Okay. First things first, let me make sure my sensitivity works. Oh, I can. Okay, it's fine. Not the Gulfination. Okay, we're gonna switch over. 1 moment. Okay, let's go. There we go. Oh, wait. Let me get. Someone complained last time. Let me get rid of my wings. There we go. I'm now a Minotaur. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Okay. Oh wait, no, I need that. Okay, there we go. Should add some super mega, like, no, we're not gonna add the super duper slums. We can only afford 2. Let's see. Yes, I do, Sevi. I want to write my own shitty stuff. I'm gonna try world building, but I tend to make multiple characters without any names or backstories, and I'm disorganized. Honestly, I do, like, it's okay to do placeholder names. I've done placeholder names before. When you do placeholder names, like, like my placeholder villain is literally called Devious Kane. Like that's this guy's name. Actually, let me where is this? Okay, I want to add a giant circle here. Ah, yes, drawing a map, because map does not take much thought. I don't have to think much if I have to do a map. Anyway, I also gotta make sure I don't accidentally mute myself again. Okay. We're gonna add this circle. Raya. Yes. Anyway. Looks amazing, thank you. Devious Kane is a good placeholder name. I love Devious because he is just he is so evil. He's like my favorite type of evil, because I love me some evil, you know. Like the evil I like is always just like, I want the type of evil that you have a hard time dealing with, you know. Curious George is the perfect villain name. No, not Curious George. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was gonna put there. So we have some, we got the Mega Salon. Good lord, that is so packed. Let's see, actually let me put this back here so I can remember what everybody was. Let me actually just fuse these and then put this down here. Okay, just so I can remember what goes where. Okay, because I also gotta do the farmland. I gotta do the farmland. Anyway, let's go ahead and do some rich people stuff. Oh yeah, we have a lake in here. I forgot we have a lake. Wait, where did I put that? Where did I put the water at? Nope, not you. Here we go. There's supposed to be a lake. Anyway, he was too curious about you. I can't. Like, because the thing is, like, some people, like, you know, when it comes to, wait, that's bright. And I'm not saying, like, again, when it comes to your villainy, you can do whatever you want, you know. For me, I do prefer, like, you know, a villain that's just kind of existing, and by their existence, terrible crap happens. Like, there's no, you know, like, yeah, they can have justifiable reasons for their delicious villainy or whatever, but I don't know. I kind of prefer when they're kind of like, you know, I kind of prefer when they're just kind of terrible people from the offset, you know? Because people, like, your average person can do some evil nonsense, you know? Like, your average person could do some pretty evil stuff if left to their own devices, you know? And so I'm like, I would prefer, I kind of like it better when it's like, oh no, the person is, you know, doing stuff or whatever. I gotta put the foliage back in there. Secret entrance, and let's see. Let's see. Trees. Okay, let's go ahead and put some trees up in here. Because it's some delicious, glorious, tasty trees. Okay, where is it? Here. I'll be honest, I don't really have any villains that I think of. One that when I like, you don't have to make evil villains. I like consciously evil villains because it's funny. Semi is like naturally mainly because, like, in my opinion, it's like you can't really have and again, this is just my opinion. Like, you can't really have really good heroes if you don't have really good villains, you know? Like, that's more my thing, is that, you know, villains are basically, let's see, what do I want to do here? No, we're not gonna do all that. No. And the movies really likes sympathetic villains so much that normal ones are rare sight nowadays. But yeah, because a lot of people like, and I think it's because, and this is just my opinion, I think it's because old-fashioned villains kind of reminded people too much of, like, certain things. Also, hey there, the The conductor Carol VT, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. But like, when it comes to villains, they kind of have to do something. But the problem I think with villains is that you have to also come to terms with the fact that some people will think your villain is right, or they might just not associate, what's the word, they might relate to your villain even if you don't want them to. You're just gonna have to accept that some people are gonna be like, you know what, that terrible thing makes sense. You know, you like purple? Ah, I can see the value of a proper villain, though I personally will add and remove things depending on if necessary for the plot. No, do what you want. Makes me wonder if one story I once wrote, such villain was more for hateful. Your model's pretty. Thank you. I made it myself. This is like my 9th one. Never stop believing. Anyway. But like, you know, for like, so sometimes you'll have people be like, oh, well, I relate to this villain, so they shouldn't be villainous. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works. You can relate to villains because guess what? Deep down, everyone is secretly a terrible person. It's like everyone's a terrible person. You know, it's okay. It's okay to be a terrible person. You know. Hi, next week. Hello, hello. How are you? And my party has gone quite well, thank you. You know, it's okay if you relate to a villain. It's okay. Like like the Grinch is my spirit animal, and he's a villain. I mean, yeah, he gets better, but he was a villain for a while. You know, doing some home invasion, some thievery, some B&E. You know, breaking and entering. Like, you know, that's not a good thing. But you know what? I relate to him because the Who's were loud. You know, the Who's were loud and annoying, and they kept singing about Christmas or whatever. I would have robbed them too. Like, see, somebody's right. I'm a terrible person deep down. Bison here. Like, I don't know. Like, it's okay in my opinion if you relate to villains. It's okay. That doesn't make them any less villainous. You know. I'll say they're Polmos. Welcome in. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Then again, my writing was when I was in high school, so my mindset. So that's the mindset in my writing. Yeah, like for me, most of my villains are basically. It doesn't, because in my opinion, what makes you bad is your actions, not really your thought process. So I personally like making villains that are very likable, but they gotta go. They gotta go. They're terrible people. They gotta go. You know, I personally like making villains like that. It's like, it doesn't matter how hot he is, you know, and that he was nice that one time. He's still abusive and terrible, and no amount of therapy will ever fix this. You know? Yep, our default is evil and have to... Like, no, I don't think people have to fight to be good. I just think that people are naturally assholes sometimes, you know? I don't think that people will always make the choice to do evil because evil shifts over time. What makes people evil changes. That doesn't even stay the same, because sometimes, because they'll be like, oh, well, you know, murder is evil. I'm like, then why does execution exist? You know, because execution is just law sanctioned murder. So like having that kind of, we always know blank is wrong. Like, no, we don't. We make stuff up, you know? You see examples of Megatron from the movie Transformers 1. He was made specifically to be conniving in terms of his villainy is important. Look, if it's ever like this thing was created to be evil, then they have even less of a whatever, you know? Like, and this, again, this is just my opinion. If you believe that there is true evil in the heart of man, that's fine. Do what you want. I don't care. It's just for me, I have a harder time just believing that some people are just evil right off the bat. You know, like, I don't know, they're the evils, you know? Like, I personally have a hard time with that, just because then you always end up on this really weird situation where you where people do bad stuff sometimes, and then now they're evil, and then the goalpost starts moving, and you're like, oh no, you know? I like to believe I reflect the energy that's given back to me. I don't. I'm a terrible person. Like, I'm just like, I'm straight up like, nope, I am bad. Like, I don't even care. Like, some people are like, look, no, I'm a good person. And I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm terrible. Fuck you. I don't feel like the amount of, like, nonsense that goes into trying to be a good person. I'm just polite. You can be evil and polite. You know? Like, you can do that. You know? Like, in my opinion, you can still be polite and still be deep-seatingly evil. That's just how I see it, you know? Here we go. We got some greenery. You know? Yeah. There we go. Anyway. Hey, gentlemen. Oh, look at you changing the name. Let's see, the best way to think about people are, it's not evil, it's just naturally, like, people aren't evil, it's just most people are selfish, you know? As I plot your demise, I would like to wish you a good morning vibe, huh? Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like, I tell people all the time, there's actually some, like, there's like a particular VTuber that I hate with all of my heart, and I wish for their downfall every day. I do not wish harm upon this person because that would be an asshole thing to do, but I do wish for their downfall. They were actually kind of nice recently, and I'm like, oh, that's so great, but I still wish for your downfall. I hope you stub your toe every day, you know? And it's not because they're a bad person. It's because as an individual with free will, I choose to be a hater. Because that's my right to be an asshole. I know what I want. I'm a villain into Semi's fuckery. There you go. I believe that that's like, I don't know. I personally feel like I don't have to be nice if I don't want to, you know? Which makes it really funny when people take for granted that I'm just polite and then they find out the hard way that I will fuck stuff. I'm just like, look here. I'm not a good person. I'm just polite, which means when I turn on you, that means it's your fault for believing me. Like, I didn't ask for this. You decided to be an idiot. Because I'm like, look here, I ain't got time for this nonsense. I can't stop you, but I can say I'm not disappointed. I think it's pretty. Somebody's one with her shadows up. I am. I don't wish bad on you. I hope you crack your new phone screen. I hope you stub your toe on the end of the back. And I hope your car engine light comes on exactly. Hey, Coco Castello, hello. Okay, let's see. Let's see, no time for BS. Like, yeah, because sometimes people will be like, oh, well, you have to be, like, you ever get, like, those moments where you're like, you know, you see the villain's like, oh, well, I could do horrible war crimes, but you, Mr. Hero, you can't because it's against your moral code. I will now shoot this baby. And, like, he says, like, oh, he shot a baby, but I can't do anything. I can't kill him or anything because of my moral code. I'm like, man, no, snipe that dude. He just murdered a baby. The worst versions of Batman. The worst versions of Batman are like this. Where he's like, he might have done a little wee bit of genocide, but I can't do anything because moral code or whatever. I'm like, fuck you. Well, hey there, it's in the chat. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. Again, this is just me. Honestly, I feel like my salty arc is over since I've chilled out. I'd say. Hope you lose your HDMI cables. I was thinking about Batman. Yeah, but like Batman is not a bad character, but some versions of Batman are very annoying. You know, Joker should have been dead. He should have been. Oh my god! And then he gets mad at Superman that one time for just killing the bitch. That was like, no, you can't kill him. And again, I do not hate Batman, but some versions of him need help. Like, come on. Like, come on, my dude. Like, that should be getting on my freaking nerves. You're like, oh, no, we can't. You don't understand, you know, they're like, oh, well, it's just because he's mentally ill. I'm like, I'm sorry, but that will only get you so far in my freaking jurisdiction. Fuck that shit. He is gonna go. Like, we ain't doing that today. Like, good lord. The amount of times the Joker gets away with everything. Exactly. It's like, it feels like freaking sibling syndrome sometimes. Ah, yes, the good old, if you kill me, you'll be as bad as me. And I would have just shot him. But no, it's just like, oh, my moral code says I can't kill you. And that, and in my opinion, that does make you indirectly responsible for every murder he makes since then. You know, take responsibility, damn it. Like, ugh. But Batman is a Byronic hero. You always need a Byronic hero. Again, the worst versions, in my opinion. There are some versions of Batman who are completely fine. You know, the Joker's just a Mary Sue. But fuck the no killing code. I am here to stop a bigger asshole. And honestly, to be fair, if Arkham did have like a better justice system, this wouldn't have to fall on Batman. Wonder Woman, on the other hand, though, no BS. Yeah, she'd be killing everybody. Like her and like Superman be killing everybody. Absolute Batman is gonna need all the help. Not gonna lie, Alfred is poggers. He has no moral code, retired SAS, and almost killed Superman that one time. Sounds about right. Yeah, have you seen Poison Ivy? I has not. They're gonna despise me if you see the edit. I'm scared. But no, like, and again, these are things that are just my personal opinion, you know? And again, like, I have no problem if you do want to have a story where, like, you know, the thing is the hero will never cross the line of delicious murder. That's fine, you know, that's perfectly okay, because I get that, you know, like, you don't want to have to deal with stuff like that, you know, you want to have your character be consistent. That's fine, you know. But when it's like weirdly inconsistent, that's the part that kind of gets me. Oh boy. Yeah, you're getting me to start killing the Joker. She's an eldritch abomination with all nature in the sexiest way. But like, and again, these are things that I've written like a ton of stories. Nothing published outside of like the 2 comics I've made, you know? And I haven't actually showed a lot of my more what do you call? Like, I don't necessarily post anything that has my darker themes in it, you know? Animal card station. Like, so so it's completely fine, you know? Like, cause for me, I don't necessarily like dark for the sake of darkness or anything. Also, I had a hilarious thought that I am gonna sneeze again, aren't I? Excuse me. Anyway, we love your video. Thank you. She's like John Carpenter's Thing mixed with a Phalor. It's like not just to disagree or criticize you, Semi, but she's patty. But like the way I feel about it is it's okay. Like, because the thing is, sometimes you're just gonna have to just pick a side. Like, it's kind of hard when you're first writing anything, because you kind of don't want people to kind of assume your morals. But people are going to assume that anyway. Like, and you will have biases. I know I have my biases. People can come after me all they want, you know? But for me, I'm like, but this type of gray I want to see is literally just pretty standard, boring type, honestly. Don't forget to save. Batman is good for wanting to help his villains to get better, but because comics got a comic, it keeps going on forever. And he looks exactly like, because Batman can have some really great stories, especially when it comes to helping people with mental health issues. The problem is that we also have to make this exciting for little boys, so, you know, and weirdly creepy sexist men, so we're gonna have to, like, you know, we need him to punch the problem. And like, I don't know, I always just thought that was just kind of sad, you know? Because there's some really good, especially when like he's more sympathetic towards the villains who have actual mental health, because he's never sympathetic towards Bane, because Bane is not crazy. Bane is a dick. My spine. You know, so like it's not even like to say, you know, like sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like it would be a lot better if if they were like, that's kind of the like one thing that manga kind of has over comics, is not that manga is necessarily better, but because they have a type of consistency that comics just don't really get to have, outside of like maybe web comics. Only web comics really get to have this consistency, but like public comics don't really get to have this because they gotta be, you know, we gotta do stuff for you know, to keep going, and it's sad and annoying and weird, and I hate it. You know, I'll say in terms of negativity in the world building, I like it because it helps me contrast positivity. Yeah, like for example, like whenever I talk about the whole like slavery thing, and that's a distinct isekai problem. But the thing is, though, is that it doesn't have to be, but it depends on what the author is going for. Like for example, there's slavery in mind. There's different types, you know, but it's not because I think slavery is good. Slavery is bad. But I also do understand why it keeps cropping up, because people like some delicious free labor. That's it. People like labor, free labor, and power over other people. So that's why it keeps cropping up. Not because people naturally want to be enslaved. They keep trying to do that. They're like, well, you see, slavery exists because people want to be enslaved. I'm like, no, I don't. Hey there, Emblem, hello, welcome in, welcome in. You know, like, so for mine, like, when it crops up, it's definitely a bad thing. There's no somebody, like, I think I'm waiting for someone to fight me when it comes to Leo, though. I'm waiting for someone to fight me when it comes to Leo. Like, I feel like someone's gonna fight me when it comes to Leo, because Leo's a really weird, like, situation. But I'm like, oh, someone's gonna fight me. Someone's gonna be like, well, if you believe in that, then what? Why Leo though? And I'm like, because he's a demon, and he's evil, and he's also a curse. like what do you want? But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like, you know. Thing is, even now people are looking at free labor. It just changes from, because it's never for charge, never change. Yeah, pretty much. Like, and again, I like exploring these darker themes, not to be edgy or anything, but mainly just because it's kind of interesting to see kind of how far it can go, you know? Like, I'm so tired of people being like, oh, my story is edgy because we're just gonna do not good things to women. And I'm like, okay, that's great, but what about all the power dynamics involving men? They're like, oh, like, I had this hilarious thought, or like yesterday, because I was thinking about the criticism of Overlord. And I was like, you know what? I have a weird question. Albedo being obsessed with Ainz makes sense. Shaltir, not so much, but Shaltir is a better character, though. Shaltir is better than Albedo. How come none of the male servants want to dig down Ainz? I'm just saying, why does no one of them want that bone juice? Like, why is it only the women? Like, only the girls want to, like, bone this man, literally. Why does none of the guys want to do it? Is it, like, the no homo code? Like, and I understand the reason why is because, you know, sorry, I literally would think Demiurge would be so straight up for Ainz, though. Demiurge would get that. Like, just imagine, like, Demiurge would be classy about it. He would try to take, like, Ainz out on dates. He wouldn't be creepy like Albedo. He would be like, I could just imagine Demiurge tricking Ainz into going on dates. Or checking him out in the bath because he's a man and he knows he can get away with it. Demiurge does not strike me as purely straight. He would be the pansexual. He would go after anything. Because demons be like that, yo. But, like, the author is very much not concerned with stuff like that. Because the author is just like, no, because that's gay. and stuff like that kind of breaks it for me. Stuff like that, like, if you're gonna be like, oh, we be grimdark, you know, but things only happen to women, you know? And that's okay, but I'm sorry, stuff happens to men and in the IRLs, you know? Like, stuff happens to the men in the IRLs. And like, and I understand it's literally because that's not the fantasy. The fantasy is not having, like, you know, Sir Knightington wanting to be in the harem. It's just it gotta be those girls though, and I'm like, oh, I guess, you know. But oh, it would be so funny though. It would be so funny to have Ainz deal with Demiurge hitting on him. Like, it would be so funny. It'd be so funny. Oh man. Just Demiurge being like, let's get it. Of course, I like exploring very human topics, be it their worst or their best. But sometimes my mind, when I write, is always true to when humans work together and determine. I mean, like, that's the thing. I don't think humans are even inherently bad. I think everyone's just selfish. Yeah, demons are naturally pansexual, so the fact they always keep pigeonholing like certain characters is kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Or if the Grimdark, the men suffer, but only like subby beta men and not like Conan inspired masculine flesh riches. Yeah, it's always like, basically, if it's like, if the author isn't intimidated by, you know, by the idea of the guy, hence it's always like some like, you know, easily mistaken for girl dude, you know, like, I don't know. I personally, because in mine, like, it doesn't matter what you are, who, like, it's about the power dynamic, not about the sexuality. So sometimes they will literally just go after dudes too, you know, because it's about the power, you know. And this is a dynamic that happens in real life where, you know, like, men will be in situations because they're just not as powerful as the men around them, and like, that's cool to explore, you know, but it's always just like, oh no, these girls over here are powerless and they're slaves or whatever, and I'm like, but why though, you know? Like, I don't know if, like, I know Tanya the Evil's a big isekai one. I don't know if Tanya ever actually has to interact with the creepy side of being a woman because she's a child, but like, that does not stop anything in Japan. You know, so I'm just like, does Tanya ever have to deal with people actively trying to goon on her? You know, because if not, that is a little weird to me, because they'll put it in literally anything, but they're like, oh, well, we respect women when they were secretly 30-year-old men. And I'm like, oh, okay. No homo, I guess. I do not wish that upon anything, but if it's like a darker series, that's always something that happens. But you mean the one time it doesn't happen is when the main character turns out to secretly be a, you know, a reincarnated man? Like... Like, I don't know if, like, they ever actually go into what would happen with Tanya, like, if she, like, basically starts getting, you know, puberty or whatever. I don't know if this series actually goes to that point. You know, if you've read Tanya the Evil, let me know. Let me know if that happens, I guess. You know? I don't know. I have not watched Tanya for a while. Not the P. Diddy. But, like, these are things I think about because, again, like... I'm not saying you have to make things unnecessarily dark, but whenever they say something's dark, it's almost always, you know, but we're gonna just make women uncomfortable. It's never just, guys get affected by this too, you know? Ah, yes, Paris. I was like, hey, Roger, hello at all. I watched Tanya, but I don't think she ever faces this side. Also, I haven't watched, like, and these are things that people don't really think about, you know? Is like, because like female characters get threatened with the assault all of the time, but you mean the one time this doesn't happen is when the character was blatantly a reincarnated dude? Like, what the crap? You know, like because that when it comes to Grimdark, they almost always want to make sure that everyone knows that women will never be safe, except for when they're, you know, a reincarnated old man. Like, what the crap? No homo, I guess. I don't know. That was a huge mentioned Cheese Dragon. Hi, I see. I was like, hey, Skylar, hello. It's been a while. Don't bog me. Anyway. You know, but these are things that I think about where I'm like, you know, and again, like, when it comes to my own dark themes, like, I have to base, like, okay, so, like, in my dark themes, like, you know, there's mistreatment, you know, but for me, it has to make sense. Not in the justified, not saying that this is how it should be, but this is just kind of like, but why is it? You know? I watched Tanya, nothing like that happened. It's more of her defying God. What? Really? Huh. So men can respect women. Okay, let me stop. But like, that's the thing. If you make a, like, you know, and I think that stuff kind of reveals a lot of things about like the story. You know, the fact that if like Tanya was not the main character, or not even that, if Tanya was not secretly a reincarnated man who still identifies as male, like, I get the feeling that Tanya's story would have been very different. I'm gonna watch Tanya on YouTube. Okay, Cass, tell me if Tanya actually ever starts hitting actual puberty. Because I'm sorry, like, or not even that, because like, we know how people feel about little girls in anime. You mean to tell me there's a blatant little girl character and no one has tried to goon on her? What is this? Like, why people brown women make everyone uneasy? I steal kneecaps. See, I got oh, I still have these down here. But these are things like you got to think about. If you're gonna have your freaking grimdark story, why is it only one type of person keeps dealing with adversity exactly? You know, like, why is it specifically someone, you know, of the feminine persuasion, or the weird cop-out of femboys, I guess? Like, femboys are like the only ones, but it's always like, you know, in the past, and you know, they still, and they, because they're like, they still look like girls, no one really cares, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see how it is. You know, and I'm like, so in mine, I'm like, no, they're like, your gender will not save you from creepies. You know, like, you like whatever you present as, because again, it's about the power, not the attraction. So the creepy stuff is gonna happen to everybody. Everybody gets a little bit of creepy, you know, everybody. No, not because I necessarily want the creepiness to happen, but because it makes things more realistic, in my opinion. You know, like it, because otherwise, then it's just kind of this really weird thing, in my opinion. You know, why did the boss music just start like you said femboy? Oh. Let's see, we're almost done with the big houses. There we go. But these are just things that I think about. Like, when I make my own story, I don't want to make a story where it's kind of like, you know, oh, well, you know, and again, I have my own biases, whatever they may be. I don't know. You guys have to tell me what my biases are after I've released like novel 18. Because like, I know I have them. I just do not know what they are. But I'm pretty sure they'll be there. It'll be fun to figure out what my biases are. Let's see. Yes. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's a bit much. We gotta make your we have to make this house the biggest one. This has to be the biggest house. So, you know, you get like a little house up here too. Let's see. I think this actually just needs to be bigger. Because this is Valus's house. Valus's house has to be the biggest. He's gotta have the biggest house. Because he's the lord. He's the lord of the area. So he's gotta have the biggest house. He's like the biggest one. There we go. Hi, Osaka, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I do love me some butlers. Feels weird seeing adult-looking character women with childlike faces and eyes compared to the guy. Yeah, if you ever see that situation, something weird's going on. Again, just send me a fall into my own biases and of how I grew up, but also how I see the world, which definitely is useful. Yeah, pretty much. So a servant house? Ah, yeah. Well, that wouldn't be. This would probably not be a servant house. This would probably be something else. Did you read Berserk? No. I will never read Berserk. Ever. I do not want to. Now, I do not think it is bad. I do not think it's... I don't... However, I do not. My life is not miserable enough for me to think Berserk's a good idea. Not to mention Berserk also, like, even though, yes, I do know guys go through stuff in Berserk, but nowhere near as much as women do. It's kind of like, you're more likely to experience nonsense as a woman than you are as a man. Man, you'll just get murdered or whatever, or your balls get removed. Like, yeah, male on male rape, yeah, I know. But like, I can't. I cannot read Berserk. I just straight up can't. Like, it's fine for what it is, but like, I can't. I cannot. Like, I just can't. Nothing wrong with you if you happen to like Berserk, but like, nah, fam. Just can't do it. I just can't do it. Like, it's just like it just, I don't know, like, I don't like know what the point of Berserk is. I'm pretty sure it's a perfectly fine story, but I just can't. Just give Semi comfy anime show and she'll be good. Yeah, pretty much. I prefer comfy shows that slowly go into the madness versus whatever the crap Berserk is. Like, it's fine, but like, oh boy. Yeah, this will be fine. And I only have one more. Here we go. I'm gonna go, Sammy, but I hope you have a good stream. Thank you very much for dropping by, Milky. You have a good day. I read Berserk while I was starting to learn drawing. Berserk has awesome drawing. Story-wise, it's dark fantasy and it's quite brutal. Yeah, like, if that's your thing, that, like, basically, if you like that sort of thing, Berserk is probably the best story that has such dark elements, in my opinion. Like, that's the way I feel about it, that, yeah, it's not for me, but it probably is the best kind of story. It probably is the best one for that sort of thing, you know? So it's kind of like, if you're gonna read that stuff, read Berserk, you know? Like, that's kind of how I see it. Oh no, school days. Not school days. Or being a decent human being is just impossible or something. Goddamn school days. God, I hate school days. Anyway. Let's see. Like, it has great art and everything, even if it is slowly killing the man. But it, you know, it's still pretty good. You know, it has a dark-skinned main character. She goes through nonsense, but she's there. Hooray. You know. Also remember the son of whatever had taken the mantle. Yeah, because he died, isn't it? And it became darker. Oh no. He's like, Dad. His son's like, my dad was too nice. He was too reserved. Let's go. Like, like, I'm not gonna deter people from reading Berserk, but I just can't do it. Because some people be like, because I'm not one of those, if the story is good, it is worth it. No, it is not. A story, just because a story is good does not mean it is worth reading. F that noise. Because that's how you end up with weird stuff in your, like, in your food. Like, no. Alright, that would be... Let's see. Actually, let's put a nice little place right over here. Let's put a nice little place over here. They're like, living on the edge. Living on the edge. Yeah. Living in the fridge. I think that it's anyway. Yeah, poor Casca. Poor Casca. My dad didn't have the balls. Yeah, we love, like, Casca's great, but however, I'm like, ugh. It's one of those things where if I'm reading something and I know you being a blank is automatically gonna be trauma porn, then we're not gonna do it. We're not doing that. Like, we're not. We don't. No. Like, that is one of those things where I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. And sometimes you'll just, I understand. Like, it's just like I just straight up can't, man. Because it gets, mainly because it also just makes it so it's a little bit too predictable in some cases whenever I see that. You know? It's a little predictable when you know that you being a blank is just gonna automatically end in nonsense, like, you know, and I'm like, I said, like, I started drawing and needed to get some inspiration. A very bad friend at the time. You should read Berserk. Like, and the thing is, like, I know someone who really loves Berserk, and that's why I know it's not a bad series. But, like, if that's not your jam, do not force yourself to read it because it is quote unquote good. Because good is subjective. You know? Oops. Not supposed to be there. There we go. Like, good is subjective, and, like, it'll just end badly for you. Okay, so we've got everybody out here done. Look at them rich people in all those trees. We have the rich, we have the poor, we have Shacktown. Let me stop. Anyway. Okay, good. So what time is it? Okay. Gotta keep track of the time, you know? Because, like, I have some dark stuff in my stories too, but, like, it's, I don't know. I also like implied darkness a lot. That's something I'm really a fan of, where you, like, you don't realize how dark something is until you really think about it. And that kind of allows you to be even more darker than you would be if you just kind of, if you were to just see it outright. You know what I mean? Like, and again, this is just my opinion. I don't know. That's kind of how, like, I see some things. Is like, you know, because it's kind of happening, like, off screen, then it doesn't, like, you don't really need to censor it per se. Like, it is censored by default, but what I mean is, like, seeing it when you have to kind of, like, just be like, oh wait, this happened, and you have to kind of think about it, you know, versus the weird hokiness that comes from just showing it outright. Because there'd be some hokiness, man. Like, there be some hokey nonsense of people just, like, showing stuff just so they could be edgy nonsense, and then it takes a lot of the seriousness out of things, you know? It takes the seriousness out of it, and then you're like, you know, because someone has to draw all this, and nobody wants to, and it looks weird, and, you know, like, stuff like that, you know? Oh, let's see. I'm gonna tilt all these eventually. Oh, let me hydrate. Semi is the lurking evil. I am the lurking evil. Huh. There we go. Like, I like the implied, like the implied evil of, like, Leo is really fun for me to play with, just because he is, like, because you don't think he's evil because he's just well behaved most of the time, you know, but then he'll say something. He'll say something or do something, and you're like, that's not right. You know? Oh, that looks stupid. I hate that. I hate that. Oh, okay. No, we're gonna leave that. But, like, he'll say something or do something, and you're kind of like, that's not good. You know? And that's something that I like. I like the idea of, like, you have to kind of really think about him, because, like, that's how people are in real life. Most people aren't maniacally laughing and telling you how much they eat puppies or hamsters or something. Like, on that, I'll go rest. Okay, have a good rest. Bye-bye. Let's see. But, like, most people, like, you know, it's their actions that makes them bad, not really what they say, you know? And that could be so much fun to toy with, where you're like, you know, this person is obviously a terrible person. Oh dear Lord. You know? Let's see. Do this one here. Hey. Look at all this Tetris. You'll be like, what did he say? And that's why I like where you have to kind of be like, you know, you pause and you're like, what did he just say? You know, kind of like how, like, in real life, that's how dog whistles work. If you don't know what a dog whistle is when someone says something that only people who are kind of into it would actually understand, you know? Like we have in America, we're like made of dog whistles where we're constantly trying to signal that we just want some good old-fashioned slavery and just to, you know, just to be dicks to people, like, you know. I'm like, oh god. Like America is like full of that. Let's see here. You. You. There we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. And these are basically larger, like farm areas. Let's chop this down a little bit. Zoom you down. There we go. We're gonna have to move that one. Up, up, up. There we go. Oh wait, that's a little too much. There we go. Hey there, customer care skeleton. Hello at all. I only heard bad sort of dog whistles. I mean, you know, in context. Never heard like good context. Like the good, like no one ever really pays attention to the good context ones. But those are when they're trying to warn you of something. Like that's more what the good dog whistle is when they're like, you know, like kind of like, I actually had a good example of something like that, you know. Like it's like little things. It's kind of hard to like think of the good versions because the bad versions are the ones that people only really pay attention to, so those are the ones that most people know of, you know. Like, but the good versions, like everything, do exist. It's just really hard to think of one just because it's kind of like go. Actually, like a good, like a funny, like it's dog whistles and like euphemisms are very close to one another, you know. But it's like kind of like how the way people use the word spicy. Spicy is a dog whistle. Where if someone's talking about spice, but it slightly doesn't make sense, then people who don't know what spicy means are like, you're talking about food, but some people be like, oh, you mean porn. Like that's a dog whistle. That people who know that definition of spicy will know what you mean when you're like, oh yeah, this book has a lot of spice in it. Now if your average person who doesn't know what spice means is like, are they talking about oregano? Like what are we doing here? Chili peppers maybe? And then you're like, oh, very spicy. Like how spicy we talking? Like, you know, like Carolina Reaper spicy. They're like, oh, okay, you know. If you can handle that amount of spice, go ahead and read it. But, you know, you might just want, or you just might want something that's just, you know, paprika. But that's kind of like the quote-unquote good version of how it works. I see why green eggs, I see like why green flags versus red flags makes the rounds more to signal stuff. Yeah. Because you don't really need to be warned of good things per se. Which is why it's kind of harder to even consider them, you know, because no one's gonna warn you about a good thing. You know, most people want to keep good things to themselves. You know, but like you can use it for good things. It's just most people don't, which I'm not saying they should, because honestly that's a lot of work. You know, that's a lot of work. Here, I think this is fine. All right, let's do some twisting here. So we're gonna just turn you this way. That one's fine. We're gonna turn. Oh, okay, let me go back to my lasso tool here. Okay, we're gonna turn you that way. Yes, turn you this way. Loop you down here. We're gonna move you down here. Let's see. We're gonna do this. Go. Okay. But yeah, like usually when it comes to like, you know, for the quote unquote non-negative reason, it's almost always for like hilarious fetish stuff, I'm not gonna lie. It is. You know, that's almost always what it's for, and it's very funny whenever you spot it. gonna shrink you though. Gonna make you a bit smaller. Gotta put you over there. B for you. We're gonna put you over here. Shrink you down. Let's see. Then we're gonna just do this here. So out here is the farmlands. We are dealing with the farmlands. So you have the big outer wall, but this is also farmland. So these are people who work out in orchards and farms and stuff like that. The city is pretty self-sustaining, actually. There we go. Speaking of self-sustaining, one fun thing I discovered. Okay, so one thing about this being a slow life isekai nonsense is that I did want to have political intrigue, which, do you know how hard it is to do political intrigue? Because the advice for it is so crap. Like, political intrigue is so annoying to research, because one of the few popular versions of political intrigue is Game of Thrones, you know? Because it's not showy enough for anime, so it does show up in anime, but like, it tends to get undermined a lot. Like, I know Log Horizon, technically Overlord, Shield Hero is a shitty version of it, but like, most political intrigue will show up in otome or shoujo, otome, stuff like that. Apothecary Diaries is so good. It probably is, but I'm not gonna read it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's fine, but it took me, I read like 3 chapters and I didn't like it. But it's a me problem. It's a me problem, not the Apothecary Diaries. It's a me problem. I think something with like Doorman from Deadlock, maybe. Yeah, but like let's make this a bit smaller. Okay, yes, pretty good. Dorian. But like, it's more of a me issue where it didn't. I don't know, it just kind of, it didn't get enough. Like, Apothecary Diaries doesn't have enough to keep me invested in the character. I don't like Mao Mao. I don't like her. I don't like her, and you can't just kill a baby in your first chapter and expect it to just be glossed over. Fuck that. Like, and the worst thing is, I know, like, it would have, there was just too many little things that Apothecary Diaries did that I just did not like. So I'm like, no, it's not bad, just not my thing. I tried watching one that was kind of community, allegedly, of the prince who wanted to sell the kingdom and gave up. Oh boy. That reminds me, Witch Hat Atelier is finally getting an anime adaptation. I do like Witch Hat Atelier. I do like that because they kind of handle things pretty well for the most part. So I actually did like that. That's understandable. It's not for everyone. He's a baggage boy. I don't know what the name of his job. Oh dear. But yeah, it's, the manga handles heavy topics well. I was crying. Yeah, maybe. Some things, they just, in my opinion, were just kind of not too or not really too good, so I'm like, But I don't tell people it was bad. It was like, it's perfectly fine for what it is, but it's like, it just kind of, I don't know, it just didn't really hit the mark for me, because I didn't really like how they handled like some of the plots, I guess. Oh yeah, Witch Hat was like very cute. Like, and I also love the world building of Witch Hat, like, too. It is so good. It has some conspiracy in there. I love me a good conspiracy. So, like, I love Witch Hat. Witch Hat is so good. Like, even if the people keep trying to pretend the story's about the 2 men, it's not. It's about the little girls. Stop being weird. Like, but I love it, though. I love it a lot. What manga do you like? Oh boy, here we go. Let me bring out the trash can. I like Dungeon Meshi. It may be uncomfortable towards the end, but I love Dungeon Meshi. I like Dungeon Meshi. I like Merman in My Bathtub, which is literally what it sounds like. I liked I like Komi Can't Communicate. Some of the characters need to die, but I still like some of it. What's it? I like Uta Prince, I guess. Shape of Water anime, let's go. What else? Because I don't watch a lot of anime or like I read anime and manga, but I don't like most of the stuff I read is like one-offs or whatever. So that's the other problem is I read a lot of short manga or technically adult manga, but not that. Like it is, but it isn't. Like I put it in a different category because I don't care what anyone says. Hentai is for men. I don't know. I don't think they're like, I'm pretty sure they do have a word for the female equivalent, but like most hentai is geared at men, so I don't like calling it hentai. Let's put the Benadryl bricks pillow. I can't. Oh Lord. Like I'm trying to like think of let's say the I don't know, the saintess is omnipresent or something. Short manga is my go-to. Sometimes it's hard to keep along once. Yeah. Oh, I like Ichi the Witch. I like Ichi the Witch. I like Ichi the Witch. I like that. D Gray Man. Sometimes it got weird. I really got an anime of the Invisible Man and his suit. Oh my god. Okay, so I've been seeing clips of the Invisible Man. I don't know why, but that man be hot though. I'm like, why they put like like every single time I see a clip of this guy, I'm like, who drew this guy? He is, everything about him is like very very normal. I have very normal feelings towards the Invisible Man and his very suggestive posing, even though he's not even doing anything. He's just being normal. I'm like, oh my god. I can't even see anything, but like I can, and I'm like, I'm gonna kidnap this Invisible Man. It doesn't matter if I don't see anything. He's getting kidnapped. Wait, Ichi the Witch is not getting animated, is it? Oh fuck, I have to support it. Like, look, people do, like when people talk about what women want versus what women actually want, the Invisible Man, like the way he's posing is very I don't know. Anyway, moving on. My preferences are on blast. Help. Well, then again, you can see all the characters I designed and figure out very easily what I like in guys. He's for the female lead. They're they even see each other in ways that matter. Like, exactly. Demi being like, I'm adopting you, do not resist. Okay, now I just gotta do, where is it? Where is it? I think it's this one. Is this the one I used? Let's do this. Okay. Oops. Nope, we gotta use color for this. Delete. Hello, girl. Hello, hello. How's my favorite flashlight? And hey there, Daikoro. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. How art thou? There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty standard in whatever I like. I'm just very much like, see, I don't talk about what I like very often because people get weird about it because everyone's like, you know, because again, I do love me some himbos, but they are kind of few and far between, to be quite honest. You know, what I tend to really like is just, I don't know, like, the way I always explained it is I basically like yaoi men if they were straight. Like, you know, not all of them, because some of those guys be kind of gross looking, but like, I technically, like, my type is like, one of my types is basically just a guy that you would find in a yaoi, but like, he just likes women. That's it. You know, feels weird seeing an 8-year-old volunteering to join the army. I immediately got sent into training designed for adults. Oh no, that's not good. There we go. We have the farmlands! The farmlands! Okay, so now I just gotta go back and rotate everybody. But like, and that's because, like, I'm sorry, like yaoi guys are designed for women. They're not designed for men. And I'm like, but they always have to be like weirdly misogynistic for some reason. Like, if you just had a non-hateful gay man, that would be perfectly fine for me. You know? This is episode 2. I see. This is episode 2 of Tanya the Evil. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, jeez. Ew. It's like, Tanya, no. Don't do it. Let's thank you very much for the care combo. I stretch, my posture exists, and I'm drinking water. Hooray. Let's see. We'll do like this. Because, like, there's this one game I keep seeing the characters of, but I refuse to play. Which is, like, New Carnival or whatever. But, like, every guy that shows up in New Carnival is legitly, I would literally kidnap that man, you know? But I refuse to play that game because I don't want to play it yet. Like, but that is legitly where I'm just like, man, you know, you accidentally hit your cat. Oh, sorry, kitty. Look, I'm watching it because we want to discover a thing. Oh yeah, so we can see if Tanya ever hits horrifying puberty. It's like, ah, yes, does Tanya ever hit puberty? Like, that's the real question we need to know. It's like, we need to know these things. Let's see here. Make you a little bit smaller and put you like right here. Yes. He doesn't care ever. Oh, damn. Hey, Sylvana, hello, hello. It's my favorite fossil artist. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm just making some map nonsense. Let's see. Put you right here. I'm out here doing the farmlands. The farmlands. Let's see. Actually, we gotta put you back in here. And then we'll take you. We'll put you down here. You say for the first time today it's 1 p.m. Oh no. You need to eat more often. The real question is, do I... This looks pretty good though. But yeah, this is basically where some farmlands are. They also have some nobles living out here. So most of the nobles have can have 2 or 3 residences. Some of them are in, like, everyone has like an inner city house because of course they do, but some of them do also have an outer city house as well. So they could, like, especially if they own land out here, you know. Yeah, the class. I see. Well, let's see, it's I've been up since 1 a.m. Kids these days, I swear. Oh, don't forget to save. Yes. Okay, so now I gotta do some pathways. We gotta do some pathways. Let's see, we'll do it under the tree layer. So pathways. Okay, so for pathways, we will use the glory that is brown. We shall use the gloria that is brown, and we shall use this. This shall be... Oh no, they would have an official road by this point. So we're gonna use this. Use this. Wait. Ada? Oh. Wait. Teehee. Anyway. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Alright, so this is the way into the city. Alright, so this is the main road. This is the main road. Oops. Let's see, this is the main road here. Okay. This is the back road, so we're gonna just go. This continues right through here. Yes! Very good, very good. Okay. And so this is like the main one, that's the other main one. And then we're gonna do some smaller ones. We're gonna do some smaller ones. Here we go. Okay. I don't know why city planning is just so fun for me, but it is. Like, it is such a fun thing for me to do. Let's see. Let's see here. That's one. Okay. Oh wait, no. We're gonna have you cross here. There. Okay, you're already close enough. Then we have. Let's see. We'll probably have this one continue along the river. Actually, we'll move that later. Oh wait, no. Let's see here. Perfect. Yes. Anyway. I don't know. I just like, there's just a lot of stuff that I just kind of like, you know, just feel like doing. Okay, so you're fine. You're fine. My posture is fine. I was like, hey there, Monique, how are you? Let's see. You're fine. You're fine. Go there. Let's see. So we probably will have a road going this way across and going back here. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see. And then we'll have you cutting through here. Go to there. And then we'll have you also go through here. And then we're gonna fork you off and go over here. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. Yours is here, 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 and then here. Okay. And here. Have that. Probably at least one of these is an outer tavern of some sort, probably. Flap. Flap. Okay. Yes. Excellent. Anyway. Good to see you. Nice to see you too. I still don't know what to put here though. What do I want to put here? It's so big and glaring. Like, Oh, wait. I just remembered. Okay, wait. I know what to put here now. Okay. This will be the Magical Institute. Because I was debating, like, okay, so I did some world building, and I was like, okay, so this area is really rich in magical materials, like plants and animals and whatever. So I'm guessing what we have here is gonna be the Magical Institute, where they study magic or whatever. Like, I think that would be pretty cool, actually. I'm like, oh god, what do I want to put here? Like, I don't know what to put here. Oh god. All right. Let's see here. And you're gonna get like that, like that. Oops, no. Yes. Yes. I like that. Okay. Wait, what color is that? There we go. Let's give you some trees. Trees. Got trees. Oh god, I gotta figure out what I want to eat. I don't want to eat later. Oops, wrong thing. Well, I hate when I do that. Which one are you? You? Oh, definitely not. What's... Oh, it's this one. Anyway. But I hope everyone is doing quite well. I'm doing actually pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. See, they have this big old glop over here. Let's see here. Okay. Actually, this might be where they... Yes! Okay, good. Okay. Perfect! Good. Yes. Okay, so now... What time is it? Okay. Again, I always have to keep track of the time. But yeah, this area does have like a lot of magical nonsense in it, so I'm like, I can do some cool stuff over here. Don't... Oh shit. Do I still have them in here? Oh shit, I think I might have forgot about them. I know I had it before. Let's see. Do I still have them? If not, I'll have to re-download them again. I hope I don't have to. But I might have to. No. I had a really cool mountain brush, but I might have to redo it. Oh no, I might have to redo my mountain brush. But I could have sworn I actually have it somewhere. I might have to actually redo it. Ah, damn. In other news, Semi did the impossible and yoinked again. Yeah, I finally yoinked a Genshin, man. Who could have seen this coming? Normally I don't like the Genshin, but they finally made a character that appealed to me. Because normally Genshin characters are kind of meh, you know, just kind of meh. They're kind of crap, but they got better, which is good. Can't believe I misplaced my mountain brush. Damn. Yeah, I don't have it. Oh, I'll just have to do something about where. Let's just use... we'll just use this. I'll use this. Alright. Okay, and it'll be fine. We'll just be creative. She's 9 when she's engaged to her in her first dog fight. Oh no, we're getting the play-by-play. Oh man. I mean, but like, yeah, but Tanya's like a, you know, she's a prodigy. She's a, I was not about to say milkmaid, but like, you know, she's a thing. She's a protagonist. She'll be fine. It'll be okay. Varka finally fulfilled the himbo requirements that we wanted so much, and a low-cut shirt. Exactly, more men need low-cut shirts. Reincarnated, damn. She's a 38-year-old soul, doesn't matter, she has the body of a child. Like, meow. And then, because this is the valley wall. They are contained within a valley. A glorious, delicious valley. Low-cut shirt, what are you? Wisdom? Anime premise gives me the ick, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna add a little bit of color. I am gonna keep these walls though. Where are these walls exactly? Not there. I know I put some new walls in here. No. Where do I put them up? Oh, here we go. Rich district. We're gonna give you guys some proper walls. We're gonna make them this color. There we go. Oh wait, I gotta give them their own little entrances. Okay, so your entrance is gonna be one color. Not gonna lie, I keep the stuff now. Didn't want to follow the guy that gives good advice in terms of outfits. Yeah. So yours is right. Oh wait, no, you don't need a gate that big. Yours is here. Yours is here. Oh. Shit. I'm gonna have to give them proper walkway. Ah, my eyeball. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to just add another one. No. I did not think this through. I guess. Okay, we're gonna have to give you guys thicker streets. Thicker streets! I think the only isekai I like is Handyman in Another World, where the guy is just finally gets recognized for being good at his 9 to 5 after he's reborn into a generic fantasy. Like, the thing about like isekai, like, because I talk about it all the time, is that isekai has a lot of potential that gets undermined by the power fantasy problem. Like, you could tell some really good stories, I think, with them. It's just a lot of people are so focused on the power fantasy part of it that it kind of just, I don't know, it makes things unnecessarily stupid. Like, it makes things unnecessarily stupid because they're so focused on trying to figure out who's waifu bait or whatever. And it's sad because you'll, like, for example, I actually just found a new isekai the other day. It's like one of those, you know, like the guy gets banished from the hero's party nonsense. Well, that happens in this one, but it's actually a part of a bigger thing he has to do. And it's really cool because he basically is overpowered and everything, and his goal is to go home. His ultimate goal is to go home. That's what he wants to do. But the problem is that he still has other things that he like has to do or whatever, you know. It's like I have like 1,000 skills or some shit. I forgot what it was. Like, but I'm just like, oh wait, this is actually kind of cool because it actually made me feel something, because it actually treated the characters like characters, you know, or like people, you know. Fix it, Felix. No. Let's see. In the handyman, he has no powers. He's just, if it broke, I fix it. That's it. Well, that's fine. You can do a lot of cool stuff with a premise like that. And I don't know, I just think it's kind of sad that like a lot of stories will just kind of get handicapped because they're so busy trying to be a power thing, you know. Who is that? Hey there, JJ the Questionable. Welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I am Nelja's Dragonmon boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up a badge at the front desk. There we go. Okay. This is good. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, okay. You know, that. Oh, fuck. I'll get back to you later. There we go. Alright. Because I have to make them thicker so I can make proper roads, you know. Gotta make proper roads. How big is this? Oh, no, I have to use this. This thick enough? Okay, that's fine. Map looking good, thank you. Okay. There we go. So I'm basically making the roads now. Well, the walls will be a little uneven, but you know what? We will figure things out. It'll be okay. Oh god, this is harder than I thought. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. It's hard because it's invisible. It's invisible. There we go. Isekai protagonist that wants to go home. Yeah, it was actually really good. I actually really liked it because it actually made me feel for characters that, and the other thing I like about this is that even though he's overpowered, he doesn't completely like outshine the other characters, and it's actually really cool. He's a really supportive guy, and I actually really like. I gotta go look up the thing, but like it was talking about like, you know, something about his skills or something. Like I forgot. I straight up forgot, but like I'm just like, ah, damn. Can I just get rid of? I'll deal with that later. It's fine. Each fine. Anyway. Remember the time when Isekai was all about going home? Yeah, like I don't mind the whole not going home thing. Like that doesn't bother me that much, to be quite honest. Like, because the other world is way too interesting to leave, in my opinion. You know, Like, it's way too interesting to leave, in my opinion. So them not, like, you know, them, like, staying there and creating a new life, I don't think that's bad. I think that's fine. You know? Like, that's why I do prefer I prefer the they are basically stuck here variant versus the, you know, versus the they get transported wholesale. I prefer they actually, like, either that they basically died and this is where they live now. Like, I prefer that to the you know, to the other kind, which is like, you know, oh well, you know, now they can get home, you know, or they should go home. Like, and not many stories handle that very well. Like, I know, like, ReZero actually handles it surprisingly well, even though he got transported wholesale. But that one was actually pretty good about that, you know. But most of them tend to be kind of ass, like, when it comes to it, you know. Like, I definitely don't mind the whole not everybody is gonna go home thing. Like, that doesn't actually bother me as much as I thought it would. Like, I was listening to, like, Three Kingdoms the other day, and I was, like, laughing my freaking butt off because it was so stupid. Because, like, because Three Kingdoms is supposed to be good, but I'm just like, oh boy, main girl needs help. She's kind of a shitty main character. Like, she's just like, oh god, girl, please. And she's just like, oh my god, I just want to go home. And I would be all for her if she wasn't, like, the dumbest person on the planet. But I also understand this is just the time frame, so it's not her fault. But, like, god damn, she's stupid. Good lord. She is so dumb. Ah, damn. Wait, can I just get rid of this? Maybe? No. Oops. I'll just do this instead. I'll just do that instead. And then we'll just... and we'll just, no wait, that's not how I think it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be thinner. Oh, nope. Oh, god dang it, I'm making it thick. I think I made it 10, didn't I? Yeah. That should do it. Ew, I'll fix that later. Or I won't. Ah, jeez. Okay, wait. Okay, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna be lazy about it. Yep, a doodle. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Save. Okay, anyway. Lately with isekai, it has been quantity over quality. Yeah, it's because people are lazy. Even in West Fantasy, those kids from Narnia 100% would have stayed if given the chance. They stay eventually. Everyone except for Susan. Everyone but Susan gets to stay in Narnia, so they don't even really ultimately escape. They still end up going back to Narnia and staying there forever. They were all orphans or something, and the author was like, make them un-isekai'd back to England. No, they weren't even. The thing is, the kids were not orphans. They were just, it was a common practice at that time during World War I. I think it was World War I or World War II, whichever. But during the war, a lot of people would send their children into the countryside to keep them safe. So they weren't orphans. They were just sent there because, you know, they were children. I don't know what their parents are doing, but I know they weren't actually orphans. Like, that was really funny. It would have been better if they were orphans, not gonna lie. But, like, that's not actually what they were. Yeah, to escape the raids, exactly. I gotta go. Have a nice day. Thank you very much, Pandora. You have a great day, and thank you for stopping by. We're almost, we'll do our usual of going to 30 more minutes. We'll do the usual. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. See if I can possibly thin this wall out a little. Just a bit. Just a bit. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Okay. Alright. And then we're just gonna turn this back on, and we're just gonna do this. There you go. Anyway. It was World War II because there was the only time that they were threatened by the bombed planes. Oh, okay. Also, hey there, Bats. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Let's see. Okay. Good. But yeah, but for me, I'm always just kind of like, like sometimes, you know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, they should be able to go home, but I'm like, no, that has never bothered me. They can stay wherever the crap they are. That's fine. The only time it ever bothers me is when it's like unnecessary. You doing good? The sick is slowly going away. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Oh, wait, I know what I need. Let's see, we need oop, wrong way. Oh no. We need you over here. There we go. Yes. And we're just gonna go ahead and slip this right here. There we go. Yes. Perfect. See, I don't remember that because Peter Pan 2 had the whole going to the countryside subplot. Oh, okay, I see. And I've been trying to think of more about my magic system, or the magic system of my world and its gods. Nice. Magic systems are fun. Like, I was going over stuff like rules or whatever. I think it's always good for you to have rules with your world so you don't accidentally plot hole yourself. You know, like, because that's annoying. That's very annoying if you accidentally plot hole yourself. Like, I've been there, you know, where you're like, oh, I want to, you know, I want to do something cool or whatever, and it's like, no. Like, oh, your interest is over here. Like, you don't want to accidentally plot hole yourself, but it's super easy to do if you don't really have a plan or whatever. Like, one thing I decided is I was gonna have some delicious political intrigue, but in order for me to have that, I actually had to think up some nobles. Like, I had to think up some nobles. Like, that was fun. I had to do that. Yeah, no, your entrance is over here. So I had to do that nonsense, so that was great. You know, I had to, like, but I already had some nobles. I just finally found a use for them, honestly. That's more what it was. I finally found some, like, use for some of my noble houses, and because this is where all the major nobles live. Nobles and rich people. All the nobles and rich people live here. Let's see. Yours is actually going to be down here. There we go. But yeah, like, making like, I had to find out like a use for them and stuff. It was very funny. It was very funny. I'm like, yours is gonna be over here. You see different magic styles being tied to fighting styles. That's cool. Like that, like basically the Avatar approach. That's cool. Let's see. No, yours would be through here. Yes. And then yours would also be through here. Which means I'm gonna have to move some of you back. Okay, now that I know where your entrance is. Yeah, okay. So we did that. That's good. Let's see. Let's go down here. And let's make some green spots. Lots. There we go. Okay. A lot of things, I don't know. I feel like, oh wait, no, that is not what I want to do. Nope, nope. Get back here. Okay, so we're gonna do here, 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 and here. Good. Anyway. Hey, Axel, hello, hello, how are you? I don't know, I feel like when it comes to like stuff like, you know, your world building and all that, like you can do some really cool, stuff, honestly. No, we're gonna just, yours is just gonna take up the whole thing. The thing. Wait, can I just where'd all the trees go? Let me turn that off. Can I just put them all in there? I went away to find out. Let's see. As if I can, that'd be so much easier. Where did I put it? Okay. Let's see if this will work or not. It might not work. Oh, it kind of worked. It kind of worked. I'll just have to do some cleanup, but it technically works. Okay. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna just put a nice old, big old green spot right here. Wait, no. Yes, anyway. The restaurant gave me a sample of gamer subs. So far, I've tried the flavors good, and the whole plastic gives me energy to work. I can't. Oh, say Lung, hello, how are you? I'm basically finishing up my glorious map. Yes, my beautiful map. Oh man. I just have to clean up a little bit. I'm doing the rich people section. This is where all the nobles and the rich live, the old and the new rich. We do have a mix of both these days, because I decided my setting is loosely based off the Industrial Revolution and the Victorian times, but mostly the Industrial Revolution, because a new rise in technology has slightly displaced the nobles, and they're not very happy about it. Like, we got these nouveau riche rising up. How dare they? How dare they become my neighbor? This is for people who have earned their nobility. How dare you? The indignity. It's like, how dare you guys have occupations? Screw y'all. Oops. Fix this here. Damn it! Stop it! Okay. Good. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to move some of these houses. Where are the buildings at? Let me turn those off too. Okay. Just so I do not have to worry about it. Okay, anyway. Episode 3, Petty God Trick. The true atheist prayed to them. I can't. The slums looks like the game of Minesweeper do. Like I'm always hilariously proud of the fact that my cities always have slums in them. I should not be proud of that, but I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Mainly because, like, no one plans for the slums. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Let me stop, oh god. Like, no one's expecting the slums. No one's going to Shack Town. I'm going to hell. Someone help me. Like, because, like, a lot of the best, like, not the best, but a lot of cool story elements come from characters who are from or are sent to the slums. So knowing where they are, I think, is a very good idea. So I can just know where the crap these people are. You know, I need to know where my red light district is. I need to know where all the delicious poverty is, you know? So when crime happens, I can know where they went. Like, I have a country map, but honestly, I think city, like, if you're gonna be in a city for any length of time, having a city map is actually pretty important, I think. Like, no one really thinks about city maps, but honestly, they are really helpful. Like, it's really helpful to have a city map. Why is everyone smoking? It's because that's what they did back in the day, Cass. Like, oh my god, get with the program. Like, everybody be everyone getting lung cancer. There we go. It's how they dealt with the anxiety. Okay, so now let me turn my trees back on, because we're gonna have to move some of these buildings. Okay. And then there's the idea of one faction advancing magically rather than technologically, and I thought of them being able to use magic more freely than other factions. That'd be good. I think that'd be good. Hey, Cola, hello, hello. How's my second favorite activity? I'm doing great. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Everyone's in an enclosed room without windows. That's how they did things back in the day. Okay, so let me move this back. You'd be a bit further back in your property. Let's also shrink your house a little. There's your poor. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Okay. Let's see, trees. Trees actually need to go above the buildings. There we go. And let's make these buildings white. Because they are the riche. They are the riche. So their houses need to be white. Okay. Okay. I gotta figure out which one of these is Stella's house, because Stella gets a house up here. You're like, Stella, which one's your house? I don't know which one's your house is, Stella. Okay. Actually, pop this up. Okay. All right. So they are good. And then they're fine. Where was that? Okay. Let's see. City walls, city walls, city walls, city walls. Inner walls. Okay, let's switch your color to something a bit darker. You must go darker. That'll work. Anyway. Not the lung cancer. What's wrong with smoke and mistake? She isn't wrong. Name fantasy setting up the protagonist didn't go slum move what? Ah! Axel, what is that? And the people can't use magic freely. They have to use physical items, like wands, for okay, so no like freehanding. Okay. And then when I thought about the combat styles, I based the magic system. I thought of Warframe. Fun fact, if you want to know what people look like looking super badass while waving wands around, look up conductors. Look up images of conductors, because they be looking like they're trying to kill people. Like, they be looking cool. Okay, we might have to start color coding. Okay, so let's go ahead and, let's see. Okay. Let's do like a pale brown maybe for the city. Let's see how that looks. Oops, no. Oh, wait. Okay. And let's do this. Pale green again. Okay. We got a little bit more time. Alright. We're gonna just do this for the farmlands. Okay. I'm probably not gonna keep it this color of green or brown though, because that looks a little weird. I don't like it. But I will color these in though. I'll probably give it like a nice indiscriminate, a very like pale green maybe. So, yeah. Alrighty. Like how in Warframe you can mod your frames and weapons, except modding frames would be a little bit okay. Well, I mean, I've never heard of slumming. No, I have not. I have no idea what the flip that is. No idea. None. Let's do this maybe. Oh, that's a little too. What about that? Maybe. No, I don't like that either. I might have to turn that into a deeper green. Yeah, I'll have to use this green. I'll have to use this gray. And I'll just change the color of it otherwise. Oh shit, never mind. Ah! Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Add a bit of health to the city. Let's see. Not sure what color I'm gonna use inside the city though. Well, these are gonna need to be a darker green, but that's fine. We'll just use a light green for everything for now. We'll just use a lighter green. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna use a darker green up here. Okay, cool. And then for this, what is this? Shit. Okay, what was this then? I hate when they do this. Is this? Okay. We'll do this. We'll do this instead. There we go. Maybe some slightly darker colors here. Okay. Okay, I lost track of chat. Ah! Let's see. Okay, slumming is when someone is willingly goes into low income or less developed area and ship. Oh god, that sounds awful. I hate that. Tanya's defense ending song does pop. Okay, well, I'm glad the redeeming factor here is the fact that Tanya has good background music. that makes everything better. Let's see. What if I use a pale? Okay. We'll use this for okay. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, all right. We're making it. We're doing some color coding. You know, looking good. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. I like this a lot. We gotta, oh no, I gotta add a little bit more green spots though. Like right here. So you guys get a nice little park. Oh wait, no, it doesn't need to be that big. Because you are a market. Anyway. See, one thing I like in any fantasy setting is the religious factions. Literally any game or story that has religious factions always piques my interest. Also, hey there, triple hello. Like, I also do really like religious stuff, like, just because it makes things super interesting when you have different religions. That's why I actually have different religions in mind, because I just really like the idea of having because I'm like, and even some of the same religions have some different factions, and it's like really fun to think of stuff like that, like how they would differ and what they would differ on. Super fun. It's a lot of fun. Let's see here, like there's Solarianism, you got Ozites, you got you know, the ancestor worship, you know, you got all of the things, and it's really fun. Or should they all just be black? Maybe I'll just make them all black for now. Let's see. No, because we have hospitality over here. We have banking and hospitalita. So we have over here. We'll put. Let's see. And I'm gonna just do it like this. So we got some of these. Let's see. Oh, so we have some of these. So these are like, you know, usually the hotels. We got some hotels over here. Okay, so we got some, so these are hotels. These are hotels. And then over here we got some banks. Yeah, we got some banks. We're gonna use this color for banks. Oh, that looks ugly. There we go. We got this is the financial district. Let's see, and then we have market. So we have markets here. So we have that. More markets. More markets. Hey, these are like fancier markets, so they get to be a slightly different color. There we go. We got the rich people. All the rich people are up here. Let's see. I might divide this up a little bit more. Okay. About the entities gods, I've thought of them each being different, like some different species, but on the same level. I thought of an entity god having avatars help them spy and observe on different things closing. Yeah, whatever works. Well, the thing that they have is always cool. Like, I still use religious stuff like with readings, like from Demon Souls, everyone meets up with the old soul player, and I used to phrase the geek, start to geek out. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that comes with that. Let's see, and then we're gonna get over here. We have mostly other market types, so we're gonna just make this an even deeper green. Probably some other businesses, eateries, stuff like that is over here. So we got some nice eateries over here. And then we have the, oh geez, yeah, this is gonna require me to do some stuff to differentiate that. But we have some office buildings. We got trains. We got trains. So over here we got trains, the train station, and then over here we have the Mage Academy, and also probably like, I don't know, mage stuff. Then we got red light district. We're gonna make this red. I'm gonna make this red. And we're gonna make this like the worst brown. It's all brown. The saddest brown. The saddest brown for the poor people. You're all brown. You're all brown and terrible. Like, they're all brown. In fact, we're gonna give them where's them? Even their ground, like, they don't even get like the good soil. They get like, it's ugly and gross back here, just like ew. Anyway, these avatars, they can appear as raw energy constructs, and they look like an alien head with horns and multiple eyes. Oh god, godly. I see. There we go. You guys don't even get the good dirt. You get like the saddest dirt everywhere. Like, oh no, they don't get the good grass. No, they took our grass. Like, they took our grass. Oh god. Also, concepts of gods and beliefs are always fun. Yeah, they're always fun to write. Like, especially when you kind of give them like, because again, like most of my gods are pretty it's a little gross back there. There you go. Should there be a graveyard just called a bone zone and people keep confusing it for the red light district? No. There we go. Mainly because everybody gets cremated. Basically, because undead are a realistic thing that can happen in this world, most people do not want to bury their family. They'll basically cremate them most of the time and put a marker in their home shrine or something. But I'm sorry, but if you're in a world where undead is an issue, you will not have a graveyard. Like, most people tend to, the way most people tend to do mourning is it's a very private affair. Now, some of the rich will have a mausoleum, you know, but no one's gonna put a dead body anywhere. You are getting cremated. You are getting cremated, and your core that you leave behind, most people will just probably bury that, but no one will bury an actual straight up body. because someone could just sneak in there and be like, you know what, we're raising grandma from the dead. You know, and then before you know it, everything's gone to shit. Be like, grandma, no. Oh, that would suck so much. Let's then expand by, what time is it? Okay, I have a few more minutes. Let's expand by 3. Oh, no, not that much, jeez. And expand by 3. Okay. And okay, just making sure I'm not muted. Like, because there's some things that people just kind of throw in a fantasy without thinking too much about it, but I'm like, I'm sorry, if you can raise grandma from the dead, she ain't getting buried. She ain't getting buried. Like, oh, not on my watch. Let's see. Damn, I forgot. What is this? What is this? And oh, there it is. I was like, where the fuck is it? Oh, oops. Oops-a-doodle. There we go. And let's fix that. Okay. I think most of these are fine the way they are. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. And then we're going to expand by 3. Okay, expand by 3, and we're just gonna go back here right quick and just fill a bunch of stuff in. Just so we can tell some things apart, because I kind of can't. Alright. There we go. There we go. Nice and solid. Nice and solid. Everyone's good. Everything's so dark. Everything's so dark back there. Oh god. There we go. Nice. Nice. Actually, we're probably gonna take you guys and just make this a darker brown. There we go. You're still black. This is still black, and you're still black. Okay. Just a bit. No, not 70. 90. Nice. Look at all that. Look at all it. Okay. I think that's actually pretty good. Oh wait, damn, I forgot I was gonna, dang, I forgot I was going to add just a few more streets. Crap. Anyway. Your Uncle Ted comes back from the dead, even in death, still making horrible dad jokes. Oh no. That'd be so bad. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, let's add a little bit more variety here. Let's see. Just because these, I basically don't like the idea of someone's store being bigger than somebody's rich's house. That's kind of stupid. So we're not doing that. Okay. These can be big though. Yeah. Okay, here. And then we're gonna make, well, wait, these are markets and whatever, so they're open markets, honestly. Okay. This fits really well. One thing I tried to do in order to make the Imperial faction different from the typical other fantasy empire is making them have helmets that have a raven skull. That's like a raven skull. Ooh. And because they fly horse-sized birds, cavalry, thanks, not worship giant green birds. Okay. My favorite like concepts for undead in fantasy are from the Elder Scrolls and Elden Ring. In Elder Scrolls, dark elves can go to their ancestors' tombs and talk to the ghosts. Nice. Okay. That's better. These are actually just open markets, so that's fine. That's fine. I gotta darken these though. Trees. What are these? Nope. No. Okay, here we go. We gotta make these a bit darker though. Let's go with the darkest. There we go. Now they're visible. So I was like, oh geez, I can't see anything. Oh my god. Okay. And then for these outer houses here, buildings. Let's go with, because I'm gonna do this and then we'll probably end there. These will be, well, we'll make some of them white because they belong to the nobility. So let's see, this one's pretty big, so you're probably a noble house. You could be a noble house. You're a weird shape, but you're a noble house. You know what, you too. And technically you. Okay, everyone else, you get to be brown. You get to be glorious brown. Oh wait, shit. Come back. You guys are brown. These are tiny. You're tiny and poor. You're tiny, poor, and nobody likes you. There we go. Okay. But for the most part though, you're travel, so we'll make you like a, let's see. No, I don't like that. Let's see. No, that's also bad. Now let's just pitch it back to this. There you go. Okay, I like this better without the outlines, honestly. There we go. Okay, basically for the most part, the city is done. Look at that, look at that. Yeah, it's basically done. So this is basically the city. Yep. Let's see. It's darker here. Oh jeez. And in Elden Ring, the concept of death was kind of sealed away, and instead death is basically a cycle of rebirth. The people who found a way to stop and steal the rebirth, making them abominations. Oh god. Okay. Here we go. Okay. But yeah, this but this is basically the the setting here. It's that a lot of things happen in the first volume, I guess. I like it a lot. Yep. Honestly, it looks looks amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot to make these. Honestly, a lot of people do kind of get a little caught up in a lot of the minor things when it comes to these cities. So it's more like, no, just have fun in them, honestly, and just, you know, literally just only really put in stuff that you think would be interesting. Because sometimes people do get a little stuck on stuff that no one cares about. Let's see this here. All right, we got our red light district. We got everybody. We should be good to go. So yeah, we are now at 1:30. Like, it's literally just thinking about things in parts, honestly. I like how lopsided this thing looks, though. It looks so lopsided, like they did not really think about that part in the back. Like, they did not think about that part in the back. In about a few chapters later, I'd imagine the whole city being burnt to the ground, probably by Leo. No, Leo's gonna behave himself. He'll be behaved, mostly. It'll be fine. Like, he'll get better, maybe. We don't know. Well, actually, I'm gonna add a tiny lake because I forgot I put this little hole here, and it's because I was gonna make a tiny lake. Let me just add a little lake there. Let me add a tiny lake, and then I will release you all into the wild. Yeah, a little pond over here. Let's see, get a little pond over here. And over here. Because these are rich people. They're not going to just exist and not have delicious little ponds to themselves. There we go. Okay. Look at all that. Look at all that. The fact that you said it mostly doesn't make it better. What do you mean? Okay, there we go. But we have finally finished the city. The city exists. This is more of a concept than anything else. I'll probably use actual mapping software to make it look a lot more realistic when I get around to it. But honestly, I like the way it looks. I know it still probably looks like an eyeball, but it's fine. But honestly, I had way too much fun making this. This is great. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and do our goodbye. So let's go ahead and move back over. Gotta move back over. I'm over here. All right. There we go. Stretch. Thank you. Yeah, like Stella and Leo's like dynamic is so interesting because they're basically one hair away from being toxic with each other. But they're just good enough to not be toxic, but like they're low-key sometimes. Like Stella is aware of how toxic Leo can be, so she's like has to put mental effort into not letting him be toxic. Because she's like, if I let him, this will be toxic. I gotta no. And he's like, I'm fine with that. And she's like, I know you're fine with that, but no. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. It was fun. We got to talk about a lot of fun things today. Happy Friday. I hope you also have a happy weekend. I hope you're gonna have lots of fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun sleeping. But yes, feel free to join me anytime, Mondays and Fridays. That is my normal streaming days. If I do end up doing any other day, I will make sure to let you know in advance. The day will probably be Saturday, but not this Saturday. Yeah. But yes, be good, behave, and don't be a menace. If you are watching on the VOD, I hope you enjoyed. If you are watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Goodbye. Be good. You know, I believe in you. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Later.